Okay, what's up, dudes? How's it going? So, I'm going to be doing some studying today, and you guys can follow along with it. This is also to kind of like practice live streaming because since I don't have 1,000 viewers, I have to use, or not viewers, subscribers, I have to use an encoder off offline, just a free one that I got, and it's kind of janky. Like the frames per second is like really low, and like as you can tell, it's just kind of like less. So yeah, we'll go over some math today and about averages today, and we'll see if this encoder actually holds up or not. Oh, what's up, Alan? Oh yeah, Seth, I remember you. What's up, man? All right, cool. So let me just quickly kind of just go over like the very basic of what I want to like talk about today, because what I do want to talk about today is averages. So also, if you have any questions during this, then you can like, of course, obviously ask during it. So let me see. Okay, chill. So this is it. Oh, Alex, what's up, man? This is it, man. This is the equation. And so a lot of times I get asked all the time teaching like why do we have to learn algebra? Why do we have to learn this? Well, I mean, I can't really fight for the real world application of algebra, but if you know algebra really well, then you can play with all the variations that they do with average. Because a lot of times they'll just ask you to find out of average. If it's like 3, 7, and 10, and I don't know, 4. Let's say these are the results that you have at a test. What is the average of these results? Well, then we're looking for an average. We need to find this average. Our sum of our terms is going to be this 3 plus this 7 plus this 10 plus this 4. And the number of terms we have is 1, 2, 3, 4. And so what our average is what is that, 24? So our average is going to be 6, right? And so this is like a very straightforward average problem. And so a lot of kids think, oh, I know average because I can do this. But they throw a lot of variations. And every time they throw a variation, or every time I'm going to like give you guys a variation, I'm going to show you how if you bust out this average formula and then fill in the blanks and then just use your algebra, you can actually be looking really, really good. So, for example, let's say a harder question like, let me pull up a hard question that I have ready for you guys. Um, okay, here we go. Well, actually, is that too hard? Yeah, that's too hard. Let's say, um, um, that's what I get when I'm making up these problems on the fly. All right, I just get really bad ones. All right. Okay. Oh, what's up, B Trick Shots? Yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'm seeing prominent. You guys have questions on ELA. We could talk about ELA and how like they try to play you guys. We could talk about that in the second half if you're still interested. So here's the problem. Seth gets a box of 3 pencils, a box of 2 pencils, and an uncounted box of pencils. If the average amount of pencils per box is 3, how many were in the uncounted box? Okay, cool. So this would be an example of let me zoom this out really quick. This would be an example of a average question with a variation on it. It's not just a straightforward one. Yeah. So why don't you guys give this a shot? And I'm going to give you guys like about a minute and then we'll jump back in on it. So I guess tell me the answer. Oh, also super appreciate if you can give me a like while you're working on this. Sharing super helps. Likes super helps. Subscribes super help. Thank you guys. From Elena. Elizabeth got the same thing. Oh, Elizabeth, what's up? Elizabeth got to the bottom of DeepMind. Good work. Oh, yeah, I didn't even do that yet. If you haven't already, go to tylertutor.com and look at the new games I have. A base says for. Yeah, and Jace's explanation in the chat is actually really nice. So I'm just going to build off that. And she kind of took a shortcut there. Or I think Jace is a dude. Jace took a shortcut here. But let me show you when you set up the algebra, problems like these are kind of cake. And since you guys crushed this one, obviously we're going to jump into something more difficult in the next one. So average, we have, let me just set up the equation. Sum over numbers. So I'm going to fill in what I know. We know that the average is going to be 3, so I fill in that 3. We don't know what the sum is because we know what 2 of the boxes contain, and we can write those down. But we don't know what this last box contained. Oh my God, we're into algebra. And we know there's 3 boxes. So we can solve this algebraically. I'm going to multiply both sides by 3 because the opposite of dividing by 3 is timesing 3. These cross out. So just like Jace pointed out in the chat, this is what we get. Then we can obviously combine these. Minus 5 on both sides. And 4 equals x, right? And so this is just setting up the problem and then having good algebra execution. And if you can do this where you can set up a problem and you can execute algebraically, yeah, then you're going to be really good. Helena asks how many stages are in DeepMind. I can't tell you, and it's getting deeper and deeper. I've been working on it this past week. So currently right now is the shallowest it will ever be. Next week I'm adding a lot more floors and another dungeon and stuff like that. So I guess you just got to get to it. All right, so let me give you a harder average problem because you guys crushed that first one. Let me see if I can pull one up that's like super difficult. Oh yeah, I'll do the basketball one. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah, let's do this one. All right, here we go. So after taking 6 tests, oh, it needs an S. After taking 6 tests, Waki Peterborough has an average score of 84. Lori took 7 tests and answered the same amount of correct answers as Waki Peterborough. If each test has 100 questions, what is Lori's average? So this is an example of an average question that has like kind of a variation on it that's kind of tough. So what do you guys think about an answer on this one? Or do you have any questions on maybe even how to do this one? I'll give you guys another minute on this problem. Okay, Elizabeth, Helena, both kind of came out with the same answer at the same time. And even though they have different answers, 72 is the same as 72% if there are 100 questions. So both are totally great answers. Okay, Abbas also agrees. Yeah, I feel like you guys crushed this. I actually don't know the answer for this one, but we can find it out. So for this W name, I just started spelling it. It didn't really make much sense. So we know that the sum over the number. So notice I always write out the equation first, just so it's so easy to fill things in. You know what I mean? So the average score of 84. There's 6 texts. We don't know what her sum is, so then we have to do the multiplication. And I recommend not working with calculators just to get used to doing this. Like, what is 8 times 6? You know what I mean? It's obviously 42, obviously. So that'd be 44. Okay, so x equals 444. Great. And so this Lori or whatever took 7 tests, so we set up the same equation for Lori, where she has her own sum and she has her own number. We don't know Lori's average, so we're going to leave that. The sum is going to be 444, and then that's 7. And so you guys, I think, have done this long division for me. 6? 40. Oh, no, I did this wrong. This isn't 42, is it? Oh, my God. It's 40. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh. So that would be 6 times. Oh, that's embarrassing. No, was I right with 42 though? Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've had to do my multiplication tables. Yeah, and that's going to be 48, so that's going to be 50. 5004. Dang. Okay, so let me adjust this. This is going to be 54, just like that, because that would be 48. Okay. Cool. All right. Multiplication. I know how to do multiplication. Yeah. Thank you, Helena. Thank you, Helena. Yeah. And that's perfect. Lovely. And so this is why, I made a mistake in my multiplication here because I was just thinking about other stuff and I was watching the chat and the stream. But I mean, that's no excuse. That's why it's always super good to do your long division and multiplication out by hand just to keep yourself in check. I mean, I know using a calculator and just being like, I know how to do this is cool or whatever. But yeah, oof is right. Okay, cool. So let me give you guys a harder problem here because I feel like you guys are just absolutely crushing this material. And I want to see if I can give you something that's like, I don't know, they don't have that many difficult algebra problems. Not algebra, but average problems. Let's see. They should be coming out with a new student handbook really soon. I don't know when they're going to do that, though. Okay, yeah, they might do something like this. So, this may still be too easy for you guys, but keep in mind that this is from the student handbook. This isn't me just being like, oh, I think this is going to be on the test. This is what they say is on the test. And these are my own versions of that problem, of the problems that I see at least. I wouldn't waste your guys' time with stuff that's like not relevant. Okay, So then they do stuff like this with the chart, where they'll give you a chart like this, and they ask the mean score of the dogs in the class. All right, something like this. You may still crush it, but I'll show you what the trick is that they're hoping that you fall into right afterwards. And does this apply to the 8th grade? Yes. I mean, this would be considered an easy problem. I'm sorry, for the 9th grade? Yeah, this would be considered an easy problem for the 9th grade. Probably slightly more difficult than the 8th grade. Yeah, if you're looking for 9th grade material, you could always just like shoot me an email or whatever, or just start studying the SAT, because the SAT and the SHSAT are pretty much the same test now. And we'll see when this new handbook gets released, because you know all like the controversy and drama that's surrounding the test, and so like they've been changing the test a lot and like trying to adjust it here and there, and so the new handbook should be coming out. I just checked this morning, but it's not out yet. So yeah, what do you guys think about this problem? Anybody have a solution for it? I guess I should just shut up and let you guys work. I'll do that. Elizabeth coming out with a hot fire today. Like, I don't know if you're right, but first one to the answer. Appreciate that. I don't figure out what that answer is, actually. We're St. Paul, 77. Oh, Tony, what's up, man? A lot of these cats were studying with me last year, too. We had a smart group last year. Okay, so I'm going to go over this just for those of you who are either still working or just kind of lurking and being like, how does this work? So remember the average equation, and I've been beating this over your guys' head just because if you can nail this, then you're so good to go. The trick in this problem, and the trick that I don't think that people really recognize when they get to these problems, is that, I mean, I guess a lot of times what I do see is average, and then they go 70 plus 80 plus 90, and how many categories we got? We got 3 categories. And what we're eventually going to get is an answer of 80, which no one supplied, but that's going to be an answer choice because they're hoping that you make a careless mistake. The more I tutor this test, the more I realize that it really is just about precision. Can you be precise? Can you not just make a goofy mistake like this? And so, yeah, I can take you guys through it. When it says 5 dogs scored 70, we need to find our average. But that means that one guy got a 70, one guy got a 70, another... See what I'm saying here? So 5 dogs got 70s, 3 dogs got 80s, 2 dogs got 90s, and who has the addition here? So I don't have to do the addition. How much is all this? 70, 70, 70, 70, 80, 80, 80, 90, 90. Does anybody know off the top of their head? And then it's going to be divided by 10 because the number of dogs in the class is this 5, this 3, and this 2. And so you're going to get a base of 10. Ever since Common Core came in, they've been doing a lot of more bases of 10. So that's something that you can kind of be on the lookout for. I guess I can do this because no one in the chat wants to do the addition, but I don't really blame you. So 70 times 5 is 350, 80 times 3 is 240, and 90 times 2 is 180. And then put that all over 10. We can do this addition over here. 1A, and then plus 350. That's 70, 70. Yep. And we're looking like we're getting towards your guys' answer. Over 10. Yeah, and that's going to reduce to 70. And that's actually our answer there. 77. So just be on the lookout for these problems. Yeah. I mean, you gotta look out for these problems where they try to trick you into doing this average problem this way. Is there like a crackling noise or something? Let me see if I can mitigate that somehow. How is that? I just adjusted microphone. Now it's echoing. Oh my god. It's so good. Yeah, I like downloaded this free app to be able to encode onto YouTube, and my life has been just Google searching. Google searching. I have to hide that comment, Rusain Paul, but that's pretty funny, dude. Yeah, so I've just been like Google searching. Just let me know if it's still echoing. I just use I use my computer's mic now instead of this like boom mic that I have. Oh, what's up, Jessica? Yeah, so let me see if I can give you guys a really hard average problem just to kind of cap this talking about it. Is it still crackling? Oh my god, hold on. That's probably just my crappy internet connection. Yeah, the crackling is probably just my crappy internet connection. I'll see if I can fix that in a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. You're still here just to relive the memories, the good times of studying. So much fun. Who doesn't love studying? Okay, let me see if I can... What's up? All right, let me see if I can give you guys a really hard average problem. Just kick it for a minute in the chat, and I'll, see if I can give you guys something really ridiculous here. Not ridiculous, but, hard. Ooh, that's kind of hard. Okay, I think I'm going to try to give you guys this one. I might give you a couple hard ones, actually. Yashin, what's up, man? All right, so this might take a second to write. Okay, how about something like this, homies? The mean score of 8 ballers is 14.5 points. If the highest score is removed, the mean score of the remaining 7 ballers is 12 points. What is the highest scorer's score? And keep in mind that the word mean is the same thing as average. Just think of it as if you call someone average, that's a pretty mean thing to say to someone. Or I guess it is a mean thing to say to someone, and they might get their feelings hurt, but it's not really that mean. I mean, being average is the most common thing to be. So, okay. Oh, Tony's on it. All right. Tony's on it with 32. Elizabeth agrees with 32. Did anybody else get a different answer for this one? Man, I gotta find you guys a harder problem. I am gonna find you guys a harder problem. The next one's gonna be ridiculous. Okay, so let's break this one down. If you're working, keep working for sure. Usain Paul's got 32 too, right? Okay, so the average is going to be the sum over the numbers. Always write it down. So our average is 14.5. We don't know the sum, but we know that there's 8 dudes. So we got to do some multiplication because times 8, the opposite of dividing by 8 is timesing 8. That cancels out. So here we go. Second chance at redemption for Tyler for doing multiplication. I do know my times tables. Okay, 30, now the pressure's on. Now I'm like, oh God. Okay, that's 36. All right. Bang, 116. So that's got to be what the score is of the game. So let's find our new average. We know that the sum is 116. Oh, actually, we gotta change this. So this is a different problem than what I thought. So now we need to find out what the average or what the sum of the scores for the 7 person team is. So the average of those 7 people, we don't know the sum, and we do know the numbers, so we can fill that in. We know the average is 12. We don't know the sum. I'm going to call it y, and then we know that the number is 7. So I know this off the top of my head. So y equals 84. So then we could just do the subtraction of the sum of 8 dudes and the sum of 7 dudes to find out how much that 8th dude scored. 116. Oh, there's an NBA game on tonight. I don't know if you guys are watching. 32. Bang. Yeah. So Usain Paul, you got 116, player. That's all good. Nice. Yeah. Do I only do the SHSAT? No, I do the SAT. Like I've had some of my students get perfect scores on SAT and ACT and stuff like that. And I've been thinking about starting an SAT channel. I just don't know if the demand is there for the people who subscribe. If that's something you want, I guess we can maybe do a stream. I'm going to be doing a lot more streams now that I have this encoding software. So yeah, that's it. Bang. Let me see if I can give you guys an actually hard average problem. This is frustrating me. Oh, okay, yeah. Here we go. All right. Think you guys are so smart. Well, maybe you are, but try this. Should I give you guys multiple choice for this or no? All right. Hopefully this is hard enough for you guys, finally. But if not, whatever. Yeah, don't forget to leave a like and to share this video. Tell your friends. We're going to be studying the SHSAT all summer. Oh, I'm going to show my website. Wajiha? How do I pronounce that? Moin? That's a cool name. All right, I'm going to do multiple choice. Thanks, Tony. I would love 1,000 subscribers. Then I could actually be monetized and not just do this for free, which is fine. Doing it for free is all good, but that would be sick. All right, so there are your, I forgot that I offered this. Here are your multiple choices. Ooh. Usain Paul's already got a an answer. Does anybody else have something different? Yeah. Yeah, I probably could do SAT. When should I stream that though? I don't know if you're right, Paul. I actually don't know the answer to this one right now, but you did that really quick, dude. Yeah, this is a hard question. Elizabeth got B. Okay. Whack. Cool. Yeah, you might be right. When I tutor and stuff, sometimes I like to not know the answer, and that way I can like keep the suspense for me going. You know what I mean? All right, I'll give you guys like 30 more seconds, and then we'll go over this one. Stay confident, Usain Paul. Believe in yourself. Oh, Jessica, you can answer. Yeah. I mean, anybody that wants to participate can. You got B. Ah. Okay. So why did you divide it by 2? That's my question. Tony got D as well. All right, cool. So let's go through this, guys, because I think this is a great question. So just setting it up, we know that X is M plus 9 over 2. We know that Y is 2M plus 15 over 2. And we know that Z is 3M plus 18 over 2. So once we get this, then we can start playing with it, but this is also where it gets really hard. So now we need to find out what the average of X, Y, and Z is. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 terms. So we know what X is. Should I take this in 2 steps? Yeah, I'm going to take it in 2 steps so you guys can see what's going on here. So we know that the average will be X plus Y plus Z all over 3. And so now I'm going to substitute what we know for each of these variables. M plus 9 over 2 plus 2M plus 15 over 2. Ooh, I think we're saying, Paul, something's coming true for you, dude. For 2 all over 3. So as we pointed out earlier, you can add these up, and we're going to divide it by 6, which means, okay, 6 terms? Why would it be 6 terms? That's my question. Because notice that they say M is the mean of these 2 terms. And what is the average of this, this, and this? And that would be 6, right? So I think you guys might just be getting ahead of me. That could be the case. All right, so I'm going to add all these up. M, 2M, 3M, that's 6M. plus, who did the math on this? Would this be 3342, right? Yeah. And that's all over 2, which is all over 3. We can definitely simplify this here and here. So the average is going to be, that's going to be 3m plus, what is that? 21 all over 3. Then we simplify it even further. The average equals m plus 7. Oh man, who said that? Who said that first? We got Moyne saying that. Elizabeth said it. Nice, 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 nice. Jessica, Tony, we got a bunch of people flipping their answers too. Yeah, please spam the chat so that they think that there's more people here than really are. So YouTube is like, whoa, everybody is so engaged. Yeah, so that was a hard one. All right, so do you guys have any questions about this one before I jump off of it? Because, I mean, yeah, this is a super, super hard question, but at the same time, like, totally just basic kind of concepts that you have to break it down. Yeah, but do you guys have any questions about this before I like scoot over to something else? I could do another average problem if you guys want me to. Thank you. Yes, thank you for spamming the chat. Thank you. YouTube is like, wow, they're having such a great conversation. The analytics. All right. Let's see if I can get another really hard average problem here. Really good job, by the way, for those people who got it right. That's really good stuff. Do a hard one. Okay. That was a good question. Yeah. All right. Let's store. That's too hard. Now I'm like looking into like SAT problems to see if I can like throw you guys, but these are like so hard that like it's just like, is it even worth it? Let's do it. Let's do a hard one, and if it breaks your brain, I mean, you guys have already shown that you can do so much, so let me just rip one up for you guys here. This is going to take a minute to write too. Okay. All right. Man, my hand. All right. So this is a hard one, as Razane Paul pointed out. So let me read it to you. An online store receives customer satisfaction ratings between 1 and 100, with 1 being the lowest and 100 being the best. In the first 10 reviews, the average was 75. What is the lowest rating the 11th review can be and still be able to average 85 for the first 20 reviews? Beck, what's up? Yeah, this is Howard. I told you. I told you I'm not messing around. You thought that you were hot. Well, maybe you are, but this is a super hard average problem. Let's, I got to push you guys if you're going to be really on top of it. Do I give no answer choices. This is on your own. This would be for the SHSAT. This would be the first 5 questions. So there are grid-ins for those. So just imagine that it's that. And this scenario is all too common. Like imagine you run a store and the first 10 reviews, people are like 75, that's good, that's good. Then your 11th customer comes in and he's just like causing trouble. He's like trying to steal things. He's like spitting on the employees. And you know he's going to give you a bad review. What's the lowest rating this 11th guy can give you and still kind of salvage it and by 20 reviews increase your average to an 85? So what's the lowest that this 11th guy can do and still come up with an 85 after 20 reviews? So I don't know if I just complicated it or made it easier, but Jessica thinks she's got it. 50. Okay. Like I said before, I don't know the answer. How do you even approach something like this? Well, I'll show you guys. The best way to approach it is to write out the average equation and see if that kind of leads you to finding more information. Oh yeah, my website. Yeah, so I've had a couple people play Deep Mine. I had a couple get to the bottom, which is really great. I think next week I'm gonna release the patch with even more floors. But I mean, Elizabeth could probably tell you because she's been to the bottom. It takes a lot of precision. I mean, I don't know what she would say about it, but I don't think the problems get super hard. But just like how I started the session, do you mess up your multiplication? Do you forget to carry a number? Do you solve for x and not answer the question? You know what I mean? Okay, we got another answer coming up here. 75. So yeah, I mean, if you guys do play Deep Mind, let me know how it goes for you. Moyne also agrees with 75. All right, I'll give you guys like a minute and a half more to do this one, and then we'll get popping on the answer. And if all else fails, you can always just scream and rage quit. I've had people email me about rage quitting Deep Mine, which is, I don't know, strangely kind of satisfying to me because I made a game that caused people to rage quit. I kind of got some enjoyment from that. I don't know why. Probably because I've rage quit before too. Okay, and a boss also thinks it's 75. I'll give you guys like one more 30-second chunk. Okay. I'm going to start working through this bad boy kind of slowly. Like I said before, I actually don't know the answer. So, oh, nice, Elizabeth. Yeah, well then, you know what? I should email you I'm going to email you the beta of the next patch, Elizabeth, so you can test out the additional floors and stuff like that. All right, an inline store review, customers. Okay, so the first 10 reviews, the average is 75. So we need to get ourselves our sum. Was it 10 reviews? So we know that this sum after 10 reviews is going to be 750. All right, hopefully you guys are here. This is a good place to be. So we know after 20, we want the average to be 85. So we're going to do this times 20 on each side. 85 times 20, that's 170, 1700? Does anyone check my math there? God. Yeah, okay. So yeah, 1700. So this is after 20 reviews, okay? Yeah. Study till pass out X. Yeah, you can chat with me on problems or whatever, or you can shoot me an email. I guess I should write my email here. Prep at Gmail. You know the rest. That's a Gmail. So yeah, like you can also. Oh, you multiplied it by 11. Yeah. This is a hard problem just because there are so many moving parts. Okay, so we know that after 20 reviews, we want it to be 1,700. After 10 reviews, which we can't change, then that's 750. So let's find out how much we need to score in between the 10th and the 20th review by doing that subtraction. So that's going to be a 9. Oh, nope, that's going to be a 1. Yeah, man, my math is so bad today. I think it's because I'm just like zoned out so hard. I'm on like vacation mode already, guys. All right. This is tough for SHSAT, but a lot of you guys came out with great answers. So 950. All right. So between the review 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, we need to get a total of 950. So in that second 10 reviews from 11 to 20, those 10 reviews, they need to have a sum of 950. Now, we assume that in order for this to be the lowest, in order for the 11th rating to be the absolute lowest it can be, that means that we want the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, all the way to 20th review to be the highest that they can be. So if we have 10 reviews, we know that this 11th is going to be like a rage review, so it's not going to be legitimate. So really, 10 reviews, I'm having a hard time explaining this without giving you guys the answer. So if 9 of these reviews are super high and 1 is super low, the highest review you can give is 100. So if we have 9 of these 100 reviews, that's going to be 900 total. That's the highest these 9 reviews can be. So we're left with 50, and that's what this low review is going to be. 50. So that's your answer. Who said that? Who said 50? Was that Jessica? Wow. Really nice work, man. Wow. That's super nice. So, interesting. So, I'm seeing a lot of people saying 95. And that's an interesting thing because if you know that these 10 reviews have to be 950, then if we took the average of them, yes, that would be 95, right? So, if the question said, what is the average rating of the next 10 reviews if eventually after 20 it will be 85? Yeah, exactly. No, Helena's actually got it perfectly explained. It'd be 95 if the reviews 11 through 20 were all the same. That's exactly it. Moyne, to answer your question, the SHSAT has a 90% chance of happening this October. There's a very small chance that it'll get canceled. Like less than 10% actually. It's like 2% chance that it'll get canceled. And if they do cancel it, chances are it's not going to start this year. So it is good to study it. Yeah, Jessica, really nicely done on this one. The answer is 50. All right, cool. So do you guys have any other because we have 10 minutes. I can give you guys another really hard average problem, or if you have any questions about the SHSAT in general, I'm super happy to answer those questions. Because there's a lot of information to get AT. So the least would be 95. Yeah. At least be 85. That would be the lowest rating, 85. No, they could rate it lower. That 11th review can be as low as 50. And then if everybody else for the 20 reviews gives a hundos, then that'll average out fine. Yeah. Do the one of 1 plus 2 plus 5. Oh. Yeah. Actually, that's a great problem, Paul. That's a good one, dude. Let me bust that out. Geometry? 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 It's like a 7-year-old trying to say it. Okay, so um and it's like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. All right, is this what you're talking about? Yeah, I think you are. So, what is the average of the expression 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, dot, 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 all the way to 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100? What is the average of that expression? This is actually a really good question, we're saying, Paul. Good luck with this one, guys. Remember to listen to your heart. Follow your dreams. Follow your math dreams on this one. You learned it and forgot? Moyne. Get it together, Moyne. Lock it up. Tony thinks it's 50.5. Anybody else? Now we're saying, Paul, I got to ask you, why are we dividing it by 100? $101 times 50? Why do we divide by 100? 100 terms? And why 101 times 50? Because this stops at 100. Aren't there 100 numbers? Yeah, there are. Elena might be onto something. I think Tony is onto something too. Remember to listen to your heart, guys. Yeah, I don't know the answer to this one. Okay. Yeah, Tony's bringing some logic to it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Elena's thinking about it. Yeah, if you need some help, Tony is dropping some knowledge in the chat there. Study till I pass out, 50-50. You talking about the probability of guessing it right or your answer, dude? Because the average is going to be less than 100 for sure. Wow. Yeah, Tony, very nice, man. Very nice. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Study till I pass out. That's exactly it, dude. Exactly it. Okay, so let me bust into it since you guys are kind of already on it. So what Tony pointed out and what people are kind of confirming, and Moyne, you might have gotten 50, but make sure that this problem doesn't just stop at 99, it goes to 100. Sometimes these problems do stop at 99, and when you combine them, they're all 100. But this one is 101. This one's more difficult, like what Tony pointed out. So if we combine 101 then that's going to be 101. Then we combine 99 and 2, and that's going to be 101. We do the same for 98 and 3, and that's going to be 101. So when we're doing our average problem and we're trying to figure out what the sum of our terms is, well, this is a great way to start adding it up, because if we know that this is 101 and this is 101 and this is 101 all the way dot 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 until we get to 50 plus 51, that's also going to be 101. Now, I don't want to do this by hand. Does that work out? Study.com Academy lessons finding the sum. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's definitely a way to do this. I kind of like these, like the way that Tony did it, just because it's like quick and dirty. It's not like, memorize this formula of consecutive integers or whatever. I'll check out that link later, study till I pass out. But this is a slick way to do it. I kind of like that. I like whenever you can finesse a problem without having to learn in a formula or whatever. So yeah, we're going to get all these 101s. And these 101s, how many terms are there? Well, there's going to be 50 of these pairings. So that's going to be our sum. Now, the number of terms is going to be 100, and that's going to equal our average. And a lot of people kind of like pointed this out. So what we end up getting is our average is 50, 50 all over 100. So our average is going to be 50.5, just like Tony said. Very nice, dude. That is slick, bro. That's really nice. Okay, chill. Oh, so I'm working on a new game that I'm going to add to my website. I think it's the next one is going to, let me write on my website really quick. So yeah, I think that's all we're going to work on today. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of ready to take a nap, to be quite honest with you, fam. But if you guys have any questions, like, I could definitely keep helping you out. Yeah, and Study Till I Pass Out brings out a really good point. When we're talking about averages, we're really talking about finding the mathematical middle. And so if we find the mathematical middle of 101, that's going to be the same mathematical middle as the average of this entire expression. Because really what the mathematical middle is just the middle of it. Yeah, that's a good point. And then go play the games. Yeah, I think I'm going to be making a new game really soon. I'm trying to figure, I have some coding problems and stuff like that with it. But I think I'm going to make a new game, and it's going to be called Manufacturing. I don't know. If you guys think of a better name for it, then yeah, that can work too. Yashin, if you're looking for triangle problems, thanks for saying, Paul. You could, I think, Helena, I'm going to be doing these every day at 5 this week. I'm going to try to grind it out for you bros. So every day at 5, I'm going to be online streaming, so you guys can just study and you can ask questions and stuff like that. So Yashin, if you're looking for triangle problems, dude, go to my website here and look at the games, but go to Geometry Swamp. So that you can practice your geometry there. All of the concepts that are publicly available for the SHSAT are tested in this swamp in one way or another. So yeah, it's good to feel like you're confident in math. That's awesome. Keep in mind that if you're confident in math, then that means out of 57 questions, you need to get about 55 of them right to really get into that bonus. So yeah, Helena, they'll be about an hour. So, study till I pass out. That's awesome that you feel so confident in the math, and that's a good thing. You should continue to feel confident. Keep in mind, you can only miss 1 or 2 problems, maybe 3 or 4 problems at most. So if you're super confident in math, you have to study. You have to continue to study. You have to pretend like you're taking the SAT. When did you take the test? You're probably talking to somebody else. So yeah, just make sure that you stay grinding on this, because you need to be in the top 3 or 4% of all the super smart kids in the city. So there's not a lot of room for error. Oh, you already took the test. Cool, man. 453. Yeah. Got to get into that upper level bonus. That's a solid score. Yeah. Yeah. The yeah. He celebrate. Oh my God, Tony. That's such a bad pun, dude. Why do you have to punish us with that? God. Ugh. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be dropping this game. It's gonna be where like I think you're a boss, and you're like a boss at a manufacturing plant. I don't know. Is there anything that you guys want to see in the games? Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna like log off, and tomorrow I'm gonna be back with more content. So if there's anything specifically you want to work on, start thinking about it. And at 5 p.m., I'm gonna be online streaming the SHSAT. Likewise, if you want to work on SAT materials, then yeah, then you can always just reach out to me, and we can see if we can figure out a good time for an SAT stream. I guess I should put my email just in case you homies want to reach out. Yeah, and even if you just have a dumb question, I love dumb questions. So try me, bro. Basically, if you think it's really dumb, then that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So it's super important. Like study till I pass out is pointing it out. It's super important that yeah, you find one section that you're really good on and crush it. Bongo cat. I don't have time for dead memes, Bob the Bob Builder. I only got times for got time for the freshest of memes. It's got to be like, when you open up a Snapple and the top pops, that's what I expect out of memes. Yeah, so we can do ELA tomorrow even, that type of stuff. So yeah, we can do ELA, and look at poetry or something like that tomorrow. ELA is tough because we can do grammar, but reading comprehension, it's like, what are you going to sit here for 10, 12 minutes and read something? You know what I mean? It's like harder for me to tutor in the moment, but I'll figure out a way to do it for you guys. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to leave this up, just kind of like, I don't know, show my website and my game and stuff and my email in case you guys want it. Be on the lookout for manufacturing. It's going to be upcoming probably in the next week or two. I'm working a lot slower now that I'm doing these live streams and I've all these students and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this up for a little bit, keep the chat up going or whatever. But thanks for coming out to the streams, bros. It's always great to see smart kids kind of working hard. Yeah, keep it up.